o lewa tātou whaatasi ai. Ma se tasi o alo Samoa. O ia o le ilengato i o le director, ia au le co-writer o le tātou tati whangalera o le Moana 2. A very pleasant good morning or good afternoon all the way to LA. Welcome on board, Dana Ledoux Miller. Talofa malolo soifua.
Talofa, thank you so much for having me. It's so exciting.
It is a pleasure having you on the show this morning here in New Zealand, but it's the afternoon. What's the time there in LA?
It is 2:45 on Tuesday. I'm in the past. You're in the future.
I say to our listeners, you know, people in America, American Samoa and Hawaii are so behind. But it's good to have you guys here with us in the future. Welcome on board. Congratulations. And how does it feel to be the number one film in the box office over the weekend?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's hard to kind of comprehend that so many people are going to the movies to see something that we made, but it's been really awesome to see the support from, you know, the Pacific Islander community out there, the Samoans who are selling out the box office, you know, in American Samoa. Like, making this film, it was so important to me that as a Samoan that we see ourselves in this film, and so it's really great that that's happening and people are excited.
How did you end up working on Moana 2? Looking at your bio, you collaborated on such shows as The Newsroom, and also there is The Narcos. What happened, and how did you decide? From the drugs, the guns, the cartels, I'm going to focus on our Pacific Island people.
Look, I like a challenge, but you know, a lot of time passed between those and now. And as a writer, I just really like writing interesting characters. And I gotta say, before the first Moana existed, there wasn't a lot of opportunity to tell stories about Pacific Islanders. It wasn't like Hollywood was like, you know what we need? A new Pacific Islander story. But Moana changed that and made so much more possible. So when they called me up and asked me to be a part of this, I couldn't be more excited. And also, you know, a little nervous. It's a big responsibility to take on a movie like this, especially when it means so much to so many people from the Pacific.
What was the number one reason why you said yes to Moana 2?
I love Moana. I really and truly, I feel like that movie, that character changed the way I saw myself. Like, she's an incredible hero who does everything for her community and the people she loves. Like, I aspire to be like her. And so to be asked to come in and have that opportunity to tell her continued story, I can't say no to something like that. I mean, Moana is also one of the most watched films in the world today, 8 years later. Like, what a gift as a filmmaker. We all make movies because we want people to see them. So to get the opportunity to make something that millions of people around the world were going to see, that's a chance of a lifetime.
How long did it take you to come up with the storyline for Moana 2?
The film it's been in development for about 4 years. I've been on it for 2. So you know, in animation, I don't know if people know this, but we're constantly changing the story. So we get ideas and we build on it. We try things, we change things. And so it really changed over time. But the one thing that remained consistent was that we really wanted to tell a story about continued growth. This idea that Moana is this awesome heroine who's gone through so much, but she was only 16 years old in the first movie. She's 19 now, and I think we can all relate to the fact that as we grow up and we meet new people and the world changes, that we have to kind of grow and change with it. So that stayed the same, but also, and I hope this is something that our people can connect with, this idea that the ocean is what connects us. It's not what divides us. And so those two core ideas have always sort of been with us, and we just crafted Moana's adventure around that.
That's right. And I haven't seen it, to be honest. I haven't seen it. My family.
You're the only one in the world.
Give me a break, man. Give me a break. This is what happened. You know, secretly, my family, they decided that me and my son were going to stay home and they're going to shoot off to the movies. We only found out the next morning. And I was like, really? You guys are so bad. But you know what? We're going to try and sneak
That's
off
not
this.
right.
Yeah, we're going to try and sneak off this weekend just quietly, me and my son. We're going to go and see it at the IMAX in the city. So,
Oh, yeah.
but
Do it right.
I've seen some clips. Now, the song to the movie Moana starts off in Samoa. Tell us about that.
Oh yeah, the opening song in the beginning. So we're super fortunate to work with Opataya Fua'i and Tevaka, and they really craft so much of the language of this film. And so we come into the second film similarly to the first film with this, this call to low, this call to the Tangaloa to guide us into this story. And so that was something that was really important to us that we continue in this film. And you hear Tevaka throughout the film, and we're really excited because at the end of the film, I won't spoil it for you since your family betrayed you. But there's this really beautiful moment with Maui towards the end of the film where he sings in Samoan. So you get to hear Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson singing in Samoan in a really emotional way. That I'm really proud of.
All right. Well, since Seuli "The Rock" Dwayne Johnson sings in Samoan, how's your Samoan, by the way?
Oh, you're gonna do me dirty like this? You already know the answer to that. I am a work in progress. I need to be better, but I am, it's my dad's first language. Speak betraying families. Dad, I know you hear this. He's actually in Samoa right now, so
Wow.
maybe I don't know what he's doing.
All right. Well, what is the main difference between an animation and real life film for you as a director and as a writer?
I love them both. What I love about animation is that you really are only constrained by your imagination. You can do and go to places that are much more difficult to go to, and you can push the limits of reality in ways that you can't necessarily in real life. But I also think that in live action, because I also co-wrote the live action Moana that's coming up in 2026, that there's just something really exciting about getting to go to really emotional, vulnerable places when you have real people with each other, and the realities of being out on the open ocean when you're a human versus an animation just feel a little bit different. So I think there's a lot of room to play in both worlds, but I think fundamentally storytelling is the same, and that's my first love.
Well, I'm looking forward to watching the film myself, Moana 2, but I also want to ask you about the real life Moana. What should people be expecting? I know it's a couple of years away, but this is something that we should all be looking forward to.
Yeah, I mean, you can never have too much Moana. I'm really excited. Tommy Kail, who directed it, is an incredible director, and he's really brought together a cast of amazing actors from across the Pacific and a newcomer as Moana. I think the fact that we get to expand Moana's world and give a new young woman a chance to play her is really exciting. And I've seen some of the work that they've done, and it is truly beautiful. Shout out to our costume designer too, Liz, who's from Aotearoa.
Wow.
She is a magician. I don't know. The work she's doing, the detail, the authenticity, and the care, it's truly fantastic.
Now, we're getting close to wrapping up this morning or this afternoon in LA. What inspired you to become a filmmaker, a writer, and a storyteller?
Ooh, I've always loved reading. I've loved watching movies, but what I love most is exploring why we as people do the things that we do, believe the things that we do, and how the choices that we make change us. And there's something about making movies and making TV that gives me the chance to explore feelings that sometimes feel really big in a way that's safe and also fun and entertaining. And it is a real gift to be able to wake up every morning and do that.
Have you envisioned after the live Moana movie, will there be a Moana 3, 4, 5, 6, 7?
Well, choices like that are above my pay grade, but I will say I truly love the character of Moana. I see myself in her. I aspire to be her, and I think she's got, in my opinion, she's got more to say.
Well, we also need a male character. Moana, of course, beautiful, all the things that we inspire to be. But Maui, on the other hand, he's getting older, so he's probably going to retire soon. But you need somebody like me to be in the movie as well.
Oh, like you? Oh, okay, okay, all right. You can send your headshots to LA. Who knows what's possible? There's so many possibilities. You've got a voice for animation.
That's right. And I should sign up right now with you with a contract for animation there in the U.S. Anyways, before we go, can you tell us about your family? You're Samoan, your Pacific Island roots. Where are you from? Where's your village? You mentioned your dad is in Samoa. Tell us about yourself.
Yes. Yeah, my grandmother is from Fanga in Savaii, and my grandfather is from Pongo Pongo in Tutuila, and got family all across the islands. But yeah, my dad is in Samoa right now, but he stopped answering my WhatsApp. Dad, what island are you on? Call me. I think
You know,
I think he's in Savaii right now.
Well, when you go to Samoa, you forget about everything. You forget about the bills.
Yeah.
You forget about everything. All you need to do is go there and relax and enjoy quality time with your loved ones. Now, when are you going to head to Samoa?
Honestly, I was just trying to figure that out this morning. I really have been wanting to get back for a long time. I've never been able to take my kids, so someday soon.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, Dana, it has been an honor. It's been a pleasure having you on the program this morning. It has been fantastic. I haven't watched the movie just yet, but hearing everybody talking about it, well done to you. And we are so
Thank you.
proud of your work. We're proud of what you've achieved. And we're so proud that you're Samoan and you're showcasing Samoa and the Pacific to the whole world. So, lava, keep up the good work and make sure that you give my headshots to your bosses and tell them, hey, there's a guy in New Zealand that can be on animation and can be on with Sayuli the Rock Johnson.
All right, I'll get right on that. Thank you. So fast, so far.
Yeah, to fraso I fua. Yeah, lena wa ai le ma ngai o le fola ma we ma kong karaki i o ke alwe ma ki ko lua ma the rock. I le finga o le sia kifanga. O le ngoa le kifanga nga se Yuli se manu Fofogamua Moana number 10.